Happy Sunday, everybody. I'm Chad Hardesty. I wish I could be there in person, but unfortunately, the military has me in Washington, D.C., enjoying a small moment with two very important people that will be retiring from the United States Air Force after 25 and 30 years of service. I have a wife of 3 years. I have a beautiful daughter who just turned 6 months. I got 2 dogs, and I'm currently stationed at Edwards Air Force Base, transitioning to the Pentagon to work innovation with Project Morpheus. I go by one motto, is that there's always one person in a room that is going through something real. And the amount of people that are here today, that number is probably a lot larger than one. So I came in the Air Force in 2007. In 2008, I met Technical Sergeant Smith. I was not an airman that was on pace to be in the Air Force for a very long time. I was bouncing from circle to circle, trying to fit in. And I think, everybody has a story, and coming into the military, it's very eye-opening. And, it's not meant for everybody. It was not meant for me. But that individual, along with his wife, took me in. He knew me for about all of 2 weeks. And going into that third week of knowing me and working alongside me and kind of guiding me in such a short period of time, he invited me in his home for Thanksgiving. It was him, his wife, and myself, and that was it. And it was the first time I felt outside of blood-related family that an individual actually kind of poured into me and really treated me as if I was his son. A son that he never had. They didn't have kids. They couldn't have kids. And so for me, that was just unknowingly a moment that I didn't realize a very long time down the road that really changed my life. And I was over at his house probably 3 to 5 days a week, having dinner, enjoying camaraderie. And so, I did another Thanksgiving a year later. And then shortly after that, he passed away from a misdiagnosis of cancer. That individual to this day remains a strong part of who I am and what I stand for, because he was somebody that actually took the time to build a relationship and didn't care what other people might have thought about me. He really focused on who I was as the core of Chad in the roots, and he didn't look at the airman or my time in service or the other opinions. So that is one strong moment that defined me and definitely allowed me to continue to serve and really be a person of truly saying my door is always open, and understanding that every single person, they deserve those 3 to 5 minutes or whatever, however long they may need, because that truly can change somebody's moment, can change their day, can change their week, can change their month, can change their year, which ultimately can change their life. Sergeant Smith, and actually a lieutenant who's no longer here as well, was my first officer mentor. I felt like, for two men to make it a point to invest in me, not because of my potential, right? Because typically that's what we normally do. It's almost like if you're walking down the street and you see anything that looks like a dollar bill, you don't care if it's a dollar, because it could be 5, 10, or 20, or 50, or 100. You're gonna grab it. What most people don't do is they're not gonna grab the rusted pennies, nickels, dimes, and quarters. And so for those two men to look at me and understand that I was a rusty penny that nobody wanted to pick up, nobody was probably going to pick up, but they took the time to pick it up and really, 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 really put in work to not only buff that penny out, right, but wax it and make it shiny again. I think it gave them the ultimate satisfaction of, really, really investing in me and knowing that, every single person that serves and every single person you come in contact is worth your time. They're worth your investment. It's about understanding patience and understanding that this is a human being. They're not an airman, right? They're not a position. They're not a manpower billet. They're a human being. And so, what I live by every single day, even as Commandant of this leadership school, is I tell people every single day, yeah, you may be coming through a leadership school, but I don't care about you becoming a better leader. I care about you becoming a great human being. Because if you can do that, then you can do anything. Naturally, you will be a good leader. And you'll do all the things that the Air Force has. So I think understanding that at that young age, for me, is what really gave me the opportunity to understand who I truly wanted to become, and then understanding the patience that it was going to take a while to get there. But they trusted in me, and so I needed to trust myself to get there. When somebody comes into your life, and this could be at a grocery store, it could be at the mall, it could be at a car wash, it could be somebody randomly just saying hello, and you taking that 3 to 5 seconds to engage with them, man, that could open the floodgates. I am thankful that at some point in my life, people invested in me. They took the time to know me, and they accepted me. And because the right people accepted me, I was able to accept myself. And for me, that is what Thanksgiving is all about. That is what Thanksgiving is all about. That is what Thanksgiving is all about. That is what Thanksgiving is all about.